Hello everybody, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about two really unusual reads that are written from a perspective of something that we never really thought about. If you have read these books, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't, let's go ahead and see what these books are about. The first book is The Book Thief, and it's written by Markus Zusak, and the second book is The Island of Missing Trees, and it's written by Elif Shafak. If you have been following me on this channel, you would know that I have read quite a few Elif Shafak novels. My most favorite is The 40 Rules of Love, and honestly speaking, I don't think Elif Shafak will ever be able to write something better than The 40 Rules of Love. So anyway, The Island of Missing Trees. Half of the book is narrated by a fig tree. It is kind of interesting, right? Now let's move on to second book. It's The Book Thief. And this book is narrated by Death. It's a narration by Death, and just like when you read the blurb at the back, you kind of get chills because it says, "This is the tale of the book thief, as narrated by Death. And when Death tells a story, you really have to listen." I read this book and it was a slow read for me, not because of the way it has been written, it is written beautifully, but because I was just going through a reading slump. It's a pretty hefty novel, but it's a beautiful novel. I was crying by the end of it because of the way it has been written, and not only that, the entire narration that Death has done. It was creepy, but at the same time, you can literally tell that something else is narrating it. Kudos to the author for writing this incredible book and writing it in a way that the readers can really tell that something off is going on, When I first read the blurb, I couldn't really put my finger on it. I didn't really understand what the blurb was saying. But once I started reading, I was like, okay, what is going on? What is happening in the novel? Because I couldn't point a finger at what was amiss. But I went ahead and read the blurb again, and I realized that, okay, what I'm reading has been narrated by Death. And that just instantly gave me goosebumps because it was obviously different. And then death is something, it's an uncharted territory, nobody knows what happens when someone dies. That's why it makes this book so creepy. But at the same time, it's a beautiful book. The entire narration of things and how events unfold and how the characters are built and all of that. It's a book that I will definitely be revisiting. It portrays Nazi Germany, it portrays the atrocities that were done on Jewish people by Adolf Hitler. It's a narration of that entire era. Death saying that it had to pick up these many souls, and I like the way the writer has written these things, but it makes those things really raw, and you have to read those things as if you are living through that time. The Elif Shafak novel, The Island of Missing Trees. From my initial explanation, I think that you would be aware that I didn't really like this book. I specifically didn't like the narration done by the tree. Apart from that, I really like the other story that is going on in parallel to the story of the fig. The fig tree plays an important role in the actual story that is going on, which is about, there is a lot of jumping around in terms of dates, in terms of years, in terms of characters, and in terms of the story. The fig tree is talking about something, and then in the next chapter, the protagonist is going through something, and then in the next chapter, the protagonist's parents are going through something. So it's just a very, very weird combination of events that is going on, and sometimes it gets too repetitive, and sometimes it gets really jumpy, and it's hard for you to, wrap your head around what is going on. But what I don't understand, and what I specifically don't like about such narrations is that, the writer gives it away in the very first page. Anyway, these two books are poles apart. I absolutely love this. It's one of my top favorites now. And this, didn't like it at all. The narrations are different. That's why I wanted to make a separate video where I talk about the different narratives that I read. This is narrated by Death. This is narrated by a fig tree. Both are interesting narrations, but just like this one's my favorite, this one's not. If I had to recommend something, I would recommend The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. If you have read both the novels, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below and which one is your favorite. With that note, we have come to the end of this video. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you want to follow me on my socials, the links are in the description. The handles are on the screen, and I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.